Hi everybody, my name is Gaby and welcome to Core 30. For today's core workout, all we're gonna need is our mat, a bottle of water, and a great attitude. So let's just get started. We're gonna get started first with some neck rolls, just simply trying to relieve any strain or stress we have on our neck. Usually we get a lot of this stress from looking at the TV or on our computers, working on our classes, whichever it may be. We need to try to relieve some of it so we can get ready for this workout. Focusing on the back or the front or going in complete rotations, whatever your neck seems to need. It's up to you. We have about 30 more seconds here, so if you want to switch sides or switch directions, feel welcome to. Really making sure we're stretching out our neck here. We have about 15 more seconds here, so get any last stretch of our neck, holding it on one side or the other, and switching sides if you need to. And in 3, 2, 1, I want you to just roll your shoulders out, going forward first, really trying to relieve now stress from our neck and our shoulder area, just going forward. If you want, you can have your hands on your shoulders to really emphasize it, or you can leave them down. It's up to you. And then now we're gonna switch sides, going back, really focusing on our neck and our shoulders. Again, usually having a lot of stress there from being on our computers and being on at our desks all day. We have about 15 more seconds here, so keep at it. You can go back to going forward, doing one shoulder at a time. It's up to you. Whatever you feel is needed. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Shake it out for just a second. Shake everything out. And now we're going into arm circles, going little circles going forward first off, just like this. Really now focusing on our shoulders so that they're nice and warmed up for when we have our plank set. So making sure that you're going forward, and you can start making the circles a little bit bigger here. Really now focusing on the rotation of our shoulder. With the big circles, you can do one arm at a time. I know doing both arms could be tricky. So doing one arm and then switching to the other side. Totally up to you, doing both at the same time or one at a time. And in 3, 2, 1, and doing the same thing but backwards now. Little arm circles backwards starting off. Same thing here. You can do one arm at a time and then the other arm. It's totally up to you. And now slowly starting to make the circles bigger, starting to get in our big arm circles backwards. Here it might be a little tricky with our back and our shoulders to do them both at the same time, trying to get really big circles, so you can stay on one side if you like, and then switch to the other side. And we're going into our marching twist in 3, 2, 1. Having our hands up on our heads and marching and twisting. Really starting to engage our core now. Our first core move of our warm-up. Really tightening our core and feeling that contraction, trying to reach that elbow to that knee. Again, not holding our head so we don't have any strain there. Really just having our hands up to keep a goal with our twist. We have about 20 more seconds here, so keep at it, really trying to wake up our core and start getting that heart rate up with our marching. So keep at it, really twisting, getting that core engaged, bracing it in with each march. And in 3, 2, 1, relax, shake out the arms, and we're going into our side crunches now. Lifting up and crunching to the side, each side of your core, the obliques. Really making sure you're contracting your side. You can either have your hands here, like in the last one, having our elbow try to reach our knee, or how I like to do it is feeling like if you're pulling down. That way, at least for me, I feel like I have a goal. Pulling down makes my core contract. We have about 30 more seconds here, so keep at it, either with just the contracting on either side or pulling down. It's totally up to you. We have 15 more seconds, And then we're gonna go into our inchworm, the last move of our warm-up. And in 3, 2, 1, relax, shake it out, and come with me to the end of our mats. Now, with this last move, we're gonna hinge at our core, coming down and walking out into our plank, just like that. And then coming right back up. Now, starting to stretch out the hamstrings right at the back of our legs, as well as engaging our core in our perfectly well-formed plank. Staying going up and down with this last move of our warm-up. So keep at it. We have about 20 more seconds here, really working on our shoulders and our back, as well as, of course, engaging our core in the plank. Keep at it. We're almost through. Really making sure that we're hinging at our hips here and keeping our back straight. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Get a drink of water while I explain the first set. In our first set, what we're gonna be doing is gonna be 3 moves, 35 seconds on with a 15-second rest, repeating it 3 times. So this first move, we're not gonna need our mat. So keep it close to you because we'll need it later. It's what I like to call a triple high knees hold. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 and hold, and then switching sides, making sure that we're high kneeing in the middle and coming to each side just like that. Afterwards, we're gonna go to our mats, go into our plank position, and do plank side crunches. So right here in our plank, we're gonna try to make our knees go all the way to our elbows, really getting that side crunch, just like we were doing in our warm-up, but now in a plank. And then after that, we're gonna be doing plank jacks. Again, still in our plank position here, and then we're gonna be jacking our feet out and in, just like this. And that's it. We're gonna repeat that 3 times, and then we'll go on to the next set. So let me just start our timer, and we can get started. First off, with our triple knee, high knee hold. So come to a side, make sure you have enough space to the side of you, and we're getting started in 3, 2, 1. High knee, high knee, high knee, and hold, just like this. Trying to get our heart rate up, as well as engaging our core. If this is too much for you, you can do it stepping, just making sure you're lifting your knees each time. I want you to make sure that you're lifting your knees past your hip to really engage your core here each time. We have 10 more seconds, so keep at it just like this. Make sure you're breathing. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. 15-second rest now, so let's get ready in our plank. We're doing our plank side crunches, just like in our warm-up, but in our plank position. And let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Making sure that our shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all in line here. Really contracting on the side of our core as we lift our knee up into our elbows. It's okay if it doesn't reach. Mine's not reaching, but it's my goal. So keep at it. We have about 15 more seconds here, really alternating sides and contracting the core. Keep at it. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Woo. Take that quick breath because we're getting started with our plank jacks, which is a high cardio move. It's gonna get your heart rate up, so be prepared for it. And in 3, 2, 1, come up and going into our plank jacks. With any of these plank moves, remember, it's okay to be on your hands or on your elbows. It's totally up to you, whatever is most comfortable for you. I prefer my hands, so I'm gonna stay up here. I want you to also make sure that if the jumping is too much with this move, you can step it out and come back in, just like this. It's the same move with the intensity on the knees a little less. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. our 15-second rest until we start it up again. So get water if you need it and get back into it. We're starting in about 5 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, with our high knees, hold, just like this. Pretending there's little hurdles next to you and you need to lift those legs up high to come over them. Just like this, like if you're on the field, jumping those hurdles to the side of you. We have 15 more seconds, either jumping up like this or marching it to each side. It's totally up to you. We have 10 more seconds. Keep at it. Give it all you have. You can do anything for 10 more seconds. And relax. Catch your breath. Let's get ready in our planks for the side crunches. Same thing here too. We can go onto our elbows if it's uncomfortable for our wrist. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Really trying to crunch on each side here. If being on our toes is difficult, you can move up on your mat, go on your knees, and do the same thing on your knees. It's fine just as much this way. You can try to push yourself and go on your toes for a few reps and then come back down on your knees. It's up to you, but I want to make sure you're trying to give it all you have here and push yourself. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job, guys. Now take a quick breath. You don't have to move far away because we're getting into our plank jacks. Either on our hands or on our elbows, totally up to you. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Jacking out and in, either jumping or stepping. Up to you. But I want you to try to push yourself. So if you were doing jumping before and now you're really, really tired, try to keep up with the jumping. You can do stepping out for, let's say, about 5 seconds to catch your breath and get back into it. We have 10 more seconds anyways. You can do it for 10 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job, guys. One more time around in this set, and we're done with it for the whole workout. So give it all you have here. Stand up, and let's get ready for our high knees. And in 3, 2, 1, really trying to jump those hurdles in between us and keeping our core engaged. Having those knees come up over our hips so that our core is constantly under the tension. We have 20 more seconds here. You can march with us for 20 more seconds. March or step, it's totally up to you, but you can do it. Last time, keep at it. Make sure you're breathing. Do not hold your breath through this. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Grab a drink of water if you need it. We're going into our planks for the last time. So give it all you have. We're not doing any more planks after this. So if you hate planks, this is the last time. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go with our side crunches. Really trying to reach that knee all the way to our toe. Making sure we have good form in our plank. And then we're not up here in the sky or down here towards the ground. Up and straight. Contracting each side, the oblique, for 10 more seconds. So keep at it. Making sure you're breathing. Do not hold your breath during these planks. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Shake out the shoulders. Make sure you have enough strength in those shoulders for this last plank set. Catch your breath. We're starting in 3, 2, 1 with our plank jacks. Keep at it, jumping or stepping, but it's the last move of this set. So give it all you have. I know this move gets your heart rate up, so I want you to try to keep it up. Jump faster if you can, or stay at the pace you're at, but don't give up. We have 15 more seconds. That's not that much. Keep at it. Jumping out and in, and breathing. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job. Catch your breath, get a drink of water, and I'll explain the next set in just a bit. In this next set, what we're gonna be doing is a little bit less. We're doing only 2 moves, repeating it 3 times, 35 seconds on with a 15-second rest. This first move, we're gonna be on our mat, and we're gonna be seated in what I like to call a C-seated position, which is just like this. And then we're gonna come and try to touch our toes, crunching our feet forward. So I call this a C-sit into a crunch. And afterwards, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna come down into our C-sit again, a little bit lower if you can, and go into a flutter kick, kicking your feet up and down, just like this. If you need the extra help, you can put your elbows down and do the same thing. Just like that, 35 seconds on with a 15-second rest, repeated 3 times. Let me put on our timer and we can get started. First in that C-sit into a crunch. So get ready in our C-sit because we're starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Here and coming into crunching our legs forward, just like this. If you need a little extra help, if that's a bit too much, you can have your hands right here near your butt and you can just bring it in and out, just like this. It will help if you have your hands here, but it's totally up to you. We have 15 more seconds here, so try to give it all you have, really focusing on that core, coming in and out. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Catch your breath. That one was a hard one. I know, I was struggling during that one too. And we're gonna get into our flutter kicks next. Either straight hands out or behind you, doing the same thing here, working on our lower core here. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Here, fluttering our kicks up and down, just like this, trying to get that contraction on our lower core. We have 20 more seconds, keep at it. Up and down here. If you need a rest, put your feet down for just a second, take a breath, let it out, and get back into it. We have 10 more seconds. So keep doing it. You can do it for 10 more seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Come up, stretch out your back. I know it's uncomfortable for stay like that for such a long time, so make sure you really stretch it out. And we're getting started in 3, 2, 1 with our C-sit into a crunch. Coming here, and if you can, touching your toes in. If you have your hands out, really focusing on the expansion and the contraction of your core here. We have 20 more seconds, so keep at it just like this. Making sure you're breathing and not holding your breath. You're breathing in and out each rep. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. That was an awesome job, guys. Now, back into our flutter kicks. You can stay at it at here, or if you want, you can even lay down further and do it from here. It's up to you. And we're getting started in 3, 2, 1. Either completely laying down with our flutter kicks or coming up here with our flutter kicks. It's totally up to you. Both work our lower core, and that's what we're trying to focus on right now. We have 20 more seconds. Keep at it. Kicking up and down, focusing on our legs moving up and down, and that contraction of our lower core here. Making sure we're breathing and not holding our breaths. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Coming up, stretching out that back, making sure that we get a little bit more comfort in our back in, and we'll get started again for the last time in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In our C-sit into a crunch, just like this. You're breathing in and bringing that feet in close to you as much as you can. Your knees into your chest with that crunch. We have 15 more seconds here. So keep at it, just like this. Coming in and out, focusing on your breathing. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. That was the last time you're doing this. You don't have to worry about it anymore. We're gonna do those flutter kicks for one last time, and then we're done with them. So you can forget about it. And we're getting started for the last time. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Kicking our feet up and down, making sure we're really contracting that lower core here with our legs. Focusing on whatever you have to focus on to make yourself forget about the pain that's going on in your core right now. Because trust me, I know I can feel it, and you should be too. We have 15 more seconds, the last time, so give it all you have here. Making sure you're breathing in and out. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job, guys. Really stretch it out. Get your nice long break with a drink of water, and we'll come back in and do the next set. Okay, everyone, our next set is gonna be what I call Supermans. So we're gonna get on our stomach, on our mats, and we're gonna be flying up like if we're flying in the air, just like this. Lifting up and down. Lifting both your legs and your arm to work that lower back, what I call the back of your core. Lifting up and down. And after that, we're gonna do a move that everyone should know. They're called sit-ups. We're gonna come here on our backs, but what I want you to try to do is have your arms above your head, come up and reach the floor near your toes, just like this. Coming all the way back on the floor and keeping that pattern. We're gonna do the same thing as the last set, repeating it 3 times for 35 seconds on with a 15-second rest. Let me just start our timer and we can get started on this last set. So give it all you have right here. It's the last set we're doing today. Turning it around for our Supermans. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lifting up and coming back down. Really making sure we're focusing on our legs coming off the ground and our backs and our chest coming off the ground. If that's too much, you can focus on one at a time. I suggest if you focus on your chest coming up, that's really gonna work your lower back a lot. Keeping your hands up and trying to lift your chest off the ground as much as you can. Making sure that when you're at the top here, you're still breathing, you're not holding your breath. And relax. That was the 35 seconds. Turning it around and let's getting ready for our sit-ups. We're starting in about 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way down and lifting ourselves up and touching the floor near our feet. And coming down slowly. I do not want you to whip your hands up and use momentum to come up. It shouldn't just look like this. I want you to make sure you're lifting up as slowly as you can so you can really use every muscle in that core as you come up. We have 10 more seconds here, so keep at it. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job. Let's turn it around and get ready for our Supermans again. Really laying on our stomach here. If we're gonna do both our legs and our hands, get ready for it, or choose one. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1. lifting both like this and coming down slowly. Up and coming down slowly. Really contracting that lower back or the back of the core, as I like to call it. Coming up slowly and down slowly. I want you to try to really focus on that core. You can either do your upper body or just your lower body, just like that. It's totally up to you. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. If you do focus on one at a time, I do suggest you do both, alternating, so that you don't get so lopsided. So let's get ready in our sit-ups though. In 3, 2, 1. Coming up slowly, coming to reach at our feet. Coming down slowly. Making sure that we're not using momentum to come up or gravity to bring us down. Really trying to use our core muscles each time to come up as well as down. Really trying to keep a certain pace and stick with that pace. Trying to make sure you're going as slow as you possibly can. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job, guys. So last time we're doing this, the last 2 workouts of this entire workout. So let's turn it around and get started. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lifting up and down, just like if you're flying in the air. Really working that lower core, which would help if you have any lower back pain. Strengthening the lower back might help that. Really focusing on lifting up and coming right back down. Making sure that these move is also slow and we're not coming back down with momentum. Really lifting up and coming back down in the same pace. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. That was the last time we did those Supermans. We're turning it around for our last sit-ups and then we get to cool down. So get ready. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lifting up, slowly, coming, reaching at our feet, coming down, just as slow. Really trying to focus on every muscle in the core. Breathing in and then breathing out as you come up, but focusing on that breath. Really making sure that we are breathing and we're not holding our breath during these sit-ups. We have 10 more seconds, so keep at it. Do as many as you can with good form, of course. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. That's it for this workout. Get a quick drink of water and we can get straight into our cool down. For our cool down, I want you to start by walking it out into a downward dog here. Really trying to push our chest into the floor and walking it out with our calves for those high knees, making sure that if we're jumping at any time or even with marching, we're stretching that out. And then coming down into a cobra here, really stretching out our core here, making sure that our shoulders are coming out of our ears. They are nowhere near. You're pushing yourself down into the floor while pushing your shoulders up and out of your ears. Really stretching out your midsection. Now coming here onto our knees and stretching out the back and our shoulders in our child's pose. Really trying to push down against the ground so our back as well as our chest open up and stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Coming up and turning it around, sitting on your bottom. Coming to our feet here, having our feet spread apart, forward. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, in and out, making sure you're stretching your back, pushing off against your legs so you can get a good twisting motion here. Breathing in and out. And then switching sides, doing it on the other side. Really twisting our back, making sure we get any tension out of it. Breathing in and out. One last time. In and out. Coming up onto our feet. And I want you to go out into a sumo squat position almost with our feet spread out. Breathing in one more last time. Really stretching our core as we lift up and coming back down. One last time. Stretching our core as we lift up and coming down. That's the end of our class for today. You guys did awesome. I know you rocked it. I hope to see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.